we are maybe live in 1 sec. All right, we are breaking down Tom Petty, American Girl. Welcome to Drum Live drum practice number 19. Got to say the words in the right order. Everything's kind of getting up and running, so just take 1 second. We're going to be breaking down this beat. I think full speed is 115. Okay, so we're going to start at 60 BPM, get some 16th note thing grooving going on. Yeah, haven't done a drum one in a bit. Just been catching up on life. If you guys want this sheet music or want to support us writing more and doing more videos, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com or mbtmpro.com. You get 10 drum tabs for $9.99 a month. And we're working on a weekly newsletter of all new sheet music as well. So kind of like everything you guys could want if you're learning new music. And if you want to give us input on what songs you want to learn, we'll do those as well. All right, so we're kind of jumping in the middle of this intro. Only because like this first one starts with an open hi-hat. I don't want to do that right away. I just want to get the groove of this down. So I just jumped in right here. But we will go through it all at some point. All right, so here's what's happening in the beginning of the song. We have a kick on one, so we got one and. And actually, like all this drum beat is going one and two and three. So it's kind of like the idea that's going to be behind everything. Great drum part by Stan Lynch. One of the drummers I know by name. I don't know all of them, so just got to brag when I do know one. So we got one and a two. And that's really what we're going to be focused on right away. One. And. Now, let's talk about that 16th note, right? Drums. Thomas doesn't love when I play drums. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't know what Thomas loves. It's easy for me to rush that 16th note. When I get the metronome going, I'll do some one and a two and. I gotta be able to play that over and over again. So just a little trick like that, doing it all with hands and then bringing it back to your foot kind of helps you line everything up. Nice and slow. So you can hear when I come off of that kick, one, and I'm usually early on that, and then I rush into two. So anytime that I can kind of come back to. And obviously it's easier to keep time with two hands than it is to add other appendages and break your rhythm apart. So, okay, I'm just kind of filling it all out. You can hear me rush again to that two, one, and a two, and. This is why you want to practice with the metronome sometimes. It becomes this guide. It tells me when I'm rushing it, and then I can kind of like calm my jets, slow down a little bit, go back to. It allows you to understand that space at just a better level. All right, let's do a couple more. Feeling pretty good about that. We'll just get the speed up in a sec. So last half of this measure is 3 and 4 and. So we got that open hi-hat, which honestly my hi-hat could be just a touch opener. More open. 3 and 4 and. So let's do some of those. We're going to keep that tempo slow and then put this all together. Three and 4 and. I think you get the idea of that. Now, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a hard drum part, but at 115, those 16th notes for me are a little fast, so probably take me a couple days to get this down. But I feel like we got the idea of it. Let's put that whole measure together a couple times without metronome, and then we'll add metronome back. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool. So I'll probably do again some just hi-hat stuff, right, to get the idea down, like. Get the groove down, get it in my head, and then play it. And 4 and 1. So rushing sometimes the 16th note, you know, when I start thinking about other things, just stuff to watch out for. All right, I think this would be a good one to go up by 6s. And essentially we get this beat done there's one extra kick drum, and I'm going to actually zoom in there and put that marker there. There's one extra kick drum in the verse pattern, so I'll work on that tonight as well. And then I think the bridge is really the only difference. You know, sometimes there's an open hi-hat in a different spot. There's a crash, all those little subtleties that they add. But, I mean, the bare bones of the beat is this. So, all right, 66. So I'm just being picky and messing around with some things. Mostly going back and forth, trying to just really get that groove of. Okay. 72. One and a two and three, four. We're going to go to 78. That's all I had to say. We're going to go to 78. Same thing. You know what I'm doing on. What I'm working on. That confuses me. And the 2 and 3 and 4 and... So it's crazy that just going to 78 was enough to just throw my rhythm off. Oh, I can't hear it. 1 and a 2 and. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to 72 and figure out what's going on. Excited to see where I'm falling apart. 2 and 3 and 4 and. So whatever happened from going from 72 to 78, just totally, I could not hear where that 16th note goes, right? 1 and a 2 and. So it's something, I'm actually going to slow it down to, let's go 68. Spend another minute on this, kind of figure out, I think what happens is I fall apart on this 1 and. As soon as that's going fast, I don't hear where that 16th note goes. 1 and a. See, you can hear it there. I kind of just get sloppy. I kind of just like, my foot's guessing where I think it should go versus where it actually is. And 4 and. So I'm going to put 60 because that's where, when I do this next, I want to start at. So kind of sussed it out. It's just easy for me to rush. So let's take that same information, and really all we're doing is sliding in one more kick drum, but that might be enough to throw me off too. So let's go through this part a minute. We got 1 and 2 E end, right? I say right a lot, but right, wrong, just have to do it. 1 and and then the rest is the same. 3 and 1 and cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna just try the whole measure. We'll try 60 as well. 2 and 3 and 4 and. And 1 and a 2 E and 1 and a 2 E and 3 and 4 and Mark, it has been a while. I kind of disappeared for a minute. I was in Vegas. Many people disappear in Vegas, but I came back. And playing drums now. But what you been up to, Mark? All right. So the 16th notes on that kick, I gotta kind of clean up. 1, right? 1 and 2 E and 1. Still a little sloppy, but it's the idea is there. 1 and So the question is that I'm struggling with is how I want to play with my foot. And just kind of my poor technique. As I work on getting this up to 115, one of the things I'm going to want to do is go 1 E and 2 E. 2 E, yeah. 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3. So let's do this a couple more times as is with all of this, and then we're gonna try 60 and see if I can count out those 16th notes. Sometimes not having another rhythm going on screws me up more than anything else. Mark, guitars and cars are expensive. You're going to spend a lot of money in your life if you like both those things. What kind of car are you looking to get? I'm not a car salesman. I know nothing. I know some. I know some things, but not much. And 3 and 4 and... Infinities are nice. Good engines. One and 2 E and 3 and... Shoot, I had it once. The other thing I like about this rhythm, though, as soon as I go back to the verse pattern, it's going to be almost as easy, right? Because the only difference is taking out one kick. I should say the intro pattern. This is the verse pattern. Yeah. I drive a old Honda Elantra right now, my guy, so your car's much faster than mine. Shoot, I can't do that fast. Yeah, so the second I tried to do it fast. All right, I was grooving a little bit with 60. I want to try that kick drum exercise, but let's try it at 55 because I think it's just going to be easier for me to count. So I'm struggling thinking and communicating. So what I want to do a minute is I want to hear where that kick drum lands, right? It's 1 E and 2 E, 1 E and 2 E, 1 E and 2 E. And then 1 E and 2 E. Now, if I was actually like a good drummer, my kick drum, I'm actually trying to show you guys how my camera's not in the perfect spot. I'd play 1 E and 2 E, 1 E and 2 E. Now, you probably can't see the differences. I kind of get a little lazy and my leg is a little bit lower than I'd like it to be. 1 E and 2 E. Now, again, by going on just the kick drum, I'm going to force myself to focus on having better technique because there's less going on. Now, I don't know if rhythmically I can actually pull this off, so we'll see. 55. I'm probably going to stick it out a little bit first. That was a terrible pun. But yeah, I want to hear that rhythm, how it's actually going to go. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E. 1 E and 2 E. All right, I'm stalling. Let's just go. And 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and all right, we're gonna do it a couple times with the metronome. We're gonna do it without. That's kind of my process. 1 E and 2 E. 1 E and 2 E. Let's just put the kick in. 1 E and 2 E. So I don't believe myself when I'm saying 2. Like I know I'm saying it. You guys can hear me say it, but I don't like 1 E and 2 E. All right, which means I'm just going too fast. The funny thing is you just got to find the right tempo where I can like legitimately hear it in my head and count at the same time. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and yeah, I like to be late on that E. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E. Okay. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and all right. My other learning as I'm kind of processing this, I'm a little sloppy on the E, and you can all hear it. Now the minute I put these hi-hats back in, though, it's gonna tell me where the 2 is, 2 E, and it's gonna be really easy to hear that 1 and 2 E and you can hear instantly how it cleans my rhythm up just by being, I mean, honestly, being bad at this. 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and. I proved my own point though, because I play it so much crisper, so much cleaner, so much in time, so much more in time. Now, I'm still not ready to go fast yet. As you can see that then my technique fails me, right? Especially when having to do hand at the same time. All right, we're gonna do a couple more. 48. 1 E and 2 E and 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 there we go. All right. I'm like rhythm dumb. You might have caught that if you watched like 15 to 20 hours of these. It takes me a minute, but the minute I use the word minute too many times. When I start playing drums a lot, though, all of a sudden on other instruments, my rhythm gets really tight, and I enjoy that, and it motivates me to play drums more, and it helps fix a lot of problems that I have with my playing. It helped to just go 1 E and 1 E and Now, I also know, much like 2, it's also 2 E, right? So the minute I can trust myself going 1 E and 1 E and All right, well now all of a sudden I have to hear 2 E. Just came up with the exercise. So first we'll do the 1 E and we'll do 4 of those. Try 1 E and 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 now we're gonna switch it and just go 2 E and 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 1 E and 2 E and still not perfect, and I'm gonna be fine with it being a little sloppy on the E is where I hear it more than anything else. To E, to E. But again, I know when I put this hi-hat back in, it's gonna clean it all up for me. So have to deal with a little sloppiness until you get a better guide. I guess is really what I have to, my input on that. So I'm trying to do 4 and 4. It's difficult for me to count. 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and I'm rushing that. 2 E and 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 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 E and okay. Let's try 55. And now I'm just going to go back to playing the whole beat. Now tomorrow or the next day when I start this, that same exercise again, just as 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 and do this 5 days in a row, and A, you're gonna be really good at playing these offbeat 16th notes, right? Secondary, you'll be able to play the song like nobody's business. Let's see if I can apply that. Apply what I just did. 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and I gotta put that E in there. One and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 3 and so I was playing it pretty well, and then I got off of the tempo, off the metronome. Also, because my brain power is just weak, I just feel like I'm slapping the shit out of that snare every time. So just little things to watch out for. Let's go 60. I think I can hear it. I think I can play it at the tempo. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3. So I don't know if we're going to gain much by going faster. We'll try it. You know, I'm going to hit the upper limits of what I'm able to think about. Okay, I said that and then I played it. A lot of it is teaching that foot that pattern. But again, like I could probably go 60, 70, 80, 80. I'll probably play like shit. What's more important is like getting this concept in, making sure my foot is there. Tomorrow I'll start at 50 BPM with the kick exercise and push that tempo up a little bit where I could play that smooth at like a 70. Then I could probably play the song at full speed if I get that to 70. It might be 3 days, but okay. Let's see if we can do this. And 4 and a little bit slower. 1 into 2 E and 3. So it's funny. I can play it a couple times, right? 2 times in a row, and then I'm shit. It's a little bit my hi-hat. I just getting that hi-hat between those 2 kicks. 1 and and that kick was late. Also, because I've called out my laziness, my left hand likes to drift to my leg, and then I pick it up every time. So I'm just like wasting like my mental RAM as I'm playing. Just keep your hand there. Oops, too many. Okay. Let's do a couple more at 66. Then we'll look at the only other section of the song, bridge. There's more sections. There's 2 more sections, but for the most part, those are the main concepts. So now I'm falling apart, right? 66 isn't too fast for me, but just playing it well is too fast for me. Play it consistently, I should say, which kind of would be playing it well. Want to end this section on a decent note or not? So you've solved the limitations of where I'm at. And that's okay. Like, I just probably need to slow it back down. I can play it a couple times at 60, but then just get sloppy really quick. All right, so I'm going to put 50 here. So I remember tomorrow to do that kick drum exercise, which I really like. So let's look at the other main section of the song. And then, like I said, there might be a couple little extra things. So actually, before we do that, let's grab this 50. And let's go all the way to the bridge. Give us one more concept to tackle today. Interlude, I'm sorry, in the song. It is not a bridge. All right, so we got all these 16th notes. 50 probably is a good pace. Kick drum pattern similar. No, yeah, the is there, and then on the 2 it's the N. So we got this 1 E and Okay, what I like about that first beat is we got that kick on 1, and then my next kick is, I don't know why I like that. It's easy for me to kind of like guide that out, right? Because 1 E and you could also think about right, left, right, left. And then my next one on beat 2 is 2 E and So we got 1 E and 2 E and Yep, 1 E and Let me do a couple of those just to hear that well. Now, on that last one, my kick was pushed just a little bit. Or it was. Okay, so another area that I need to tighten up. 16th notes with my hands. Kick pattern. 1 E and 2 E and Lots of good kick drum patterns in this song. So let's get hands. One E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and So even there though, I love it when I say something dumb. I just repeat it so you guys can hear it twice. 1 E and So that's fine. 1 E and And then 2 E and Okay, yeah. Let's try a couple. And 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and It's just so choppy, and you can hear it. 1 E and 2 E is what I feel like I'm playing, but 1 E and 2 E and Just gonna take some practice. 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E and So just playing kind of like poop. It's just that is enough to throw me off. All right, we're gonna learn the rest of this measure and then tackle this later. So we got 3 E and then it's not whipping it down like that, but 3 E and 4 E and I don't think you can totally see this, but there's a little bit of a foot hi-hat right there. So we got one. Let's do it from 3. So 3 E and 4 E and Okay, that's kind of fun to play. So let's play that for a minute at a slow tempo. Three E and 4 E and 4E and 3E and 4E and let's try to put that all together. So we got this 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and it's a cool part. 50, pretty slow. One E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and so the biggest thing that gets me is just that 1E and 1E and 2E and 1E and 2E and camera freaked out. 1E and 2E and 3E and shit. Some of it might just be not being a good drummer. That's one thing for sure, not being a good drummer. The second thing is I haven't done this for a couple weeks. And I haven't. I haven't is the only thing I have to say. Do a couple more. 50. 3E and 4E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and yeah, it's that there was a good one, or maybe there was total shit. I don't remember. All right. We're going to save the rest of that for next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the answers. If you need the sheet music, needs another word. If you guys would like the sheet music, if you'd like to support us, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. You can see the link on the screen. Let us know what songs you guys are learning, what songs you need help with, and we'll go from there. All right. Have a good rest of your week.